To all my fellow financial advisors, we all know this topic. It's about not burning out. People are aware of burning out and they think they're doing their best not to burn out, but in the end, somehow they end up burning out. So today we're going to go over about 6 crucial steps you need to do in order to not burn out. So first one is mostly about niche specialization. We talked about this in another video. So as you know, if you're considering the career or if you're already an advisor, it's important to understand that you can't be everything to everyone, right? You have to specialize and stick to one niche and only service that niche. And when you understand that needs of one group, you become an expert and then you can serve your clients and grow your business. But when you don't follow the niche method and you are as we call it, jack of all trades, that will only dilute the knowledge and ultimately hurt your business. So when you focus on one area, you become an expert in that field and you can serve your clients better. Now, when you do this, you can attract more clients who are looking for specific expertise. And again, that will increase your AUM, it will increase your financial sales, and less energy will be routed towards things that don't matter. So you can be more optimized in only what you know. So that right there is crucial when it comes to, not burning out. The next thing I want to talk about is, if this career is very lonely, you tend to be a one-man show. So what I recommend is you should find like-minded financial advisors you can trust on. Basically, build your A team. So it's important to have, as we call, a support network of other professionals in your field. This can help you stay up to date on industry changes, new clients, close deals, learn about different locations that you're not servicing, and there's way more based on how big that support network can be. So the first step you can do is you can join a professional organization. And there's many organizations you could use, financial advisor organizations, wealth planning, insurance. They can be Facebook groups. You could use meetup.com. You could use LinkedIn groups. You can even find local bulletin board postings as well. There's many ways to do it. Or if you want to find a more official place to network, you could use the National Association of Personal Financial Advisors. And you can find similar ones for wealth planning as well. And with those associations, you will find networking opportunities, events, and resources for members. You can also attend industry conferences, trade shows. Every year, you'll always have these gigantic shows you could go to. And I mean, if you're going to go there and not network, there's no point of going. So obviously expect to talk to people, and it's your job to kind of capture that connection and build basically your little support group. Now, attending these can help you meet other advisors and you can learn about their products and you can learn about new products and services and how you can better find your edge or reverse engineer your own current service. And another one too is you could get involved in your local community, local events, workshops. I'll give you an example. In our city, you'll see a lot of realtors and they'll have these farmers markets. And that's basically their way of kind of meeting the neighborhood and getting their business card and services out. So you can kind of do the same thing when you're involved in your community, charities, events, marathons. There's many ways you could basically sponsor yourself as the go-to advisor of your local community. And you can also find connections online. As you know, the great internet, you can just match with anyone. You can use forums, Reddit, r/financial advisors. There's many places you could go. Once again, as I mentioned above, Facebook groups, meetups. There's tons of places. You can even go on Quora.com and you can ask questions on where to find professionals online, and you'll find experts who can better give you a more in-depth answer. So now more tips in regards to not burning out. Taking time for yourself outside of work. So what does that mean? Is you're constantly under pressure to perform, whether it's with clients, higher ups, presentations, crunching numbers. There's always something that needs to be done. And while it's important to work hard, it's also important to take time for yourself. Otherwise, as the whole point of this video, you'll burn out because it's always health first and then the advisory business. So by knowing this, you understand the importance of taking care of your finances. So why not take care of yourself? It's kind of the same thing, but you're managing your body. That's why it's important to learn how to take time for yourself outside of work, whether it's taking a walk in nature, reading a good book, spending time with your loved one and family. Basically, just make sure to schedule activities in between your work schedule, and that's how you'll be able to optimize your health. And we'll touch more about optimizing your health lower in the video. So basically, your financial advisor career will thank you in the long run because you're optimizing your body. By specializing in certain areas of financial sales, you can become an expert in the field and focus your energies on a specific goal. I mentioned this in the first point. When you're specific and laser focused, the energy is focused in one area and you'll avoid energy wasting or basically shiny object syndrome, trying new niches. And that, as you know, that will cause a burnout. And once again, that will serve your clients better and you're well rested because you're taking a break from the daily grind of prospecting and you will perform better. So next tip I want to touch on is basically setting boundaries and sticking to them. So as a financial advisor, one of the most important things you could do is set boundaries with clients and stick to them. It sounds simple in theory, but many advisors seem to struggle with that simple concept. And it can be difficult because if you're new to this financial advising world, it's essential to be successful. You have to kind of stick to these boundaries in order to not be a quote unquote sheep or slave to your clients, always at their beck and call. So one way to set boundaries is to be very organized, have a clear idea of what your goals are and what you're willing to do to achieve them. This will help you stay focused and not get pulled in different directions by clients. So as I said before, if you're a sheep, basically they're pulling you, they're basically controlling your prices. You have no authority at this point. They can get your services at whatever price they want. They can basically be rude to you. You're basically a sheep to them because you're so scared of losing them and you want to basically get the money so badly. So that's why part of setting boundaries is to be confident in your decisions, putting your foot down and saying, these are my services and prices. These are my rules when working with me, and you must follow them in order for us to continue doing business. And again, if you are the expert in one area, make sure you stick to that, because if you're going to give advice on something you're not qualified in, like tax or legal, even if first of all, you shouldn't be doing that. It's not right. And second of all, you'll burn out that way. Also, don't be afraid to stand up for yourself and make decisions that are in your best interest, even if they're not the popular ones that everyone are doing. It's about you, not what the other advisors are doing. And as I mentioned before, you should not be a sheep. There are a lot of advisors out there, and it's easy to get lost in the crowd. But if you want to be successful, you need to be your own voice and follow your own path. So by doing this, you set yourself apart and build a strong client base that will respect your boundaries, because if they respect you as a person, they'll respect your business. So remember that. Don't be afraid to put yourself first, as that is the key to being a financial advisor. It's not about being at their beck and call. It's about you having a clear system with boundaries. The next point I want to touch on is delegation and team building. So not only do you have to keep up with the latest changes in the financial regulation, but you also have to be organized to keep track of your clients' portfolios. And again, to provide sound financial advice, and you want to meet your clients' goals, you need to make sure you have a system in place to do so, especially when you're onboarding more clients. And trying to do this all yourself is just not going to be sustainable in the long run. And again, if you're trying to do everything yourself, jack of all trades, juggling everything, you will burn out or make a mistake that could cost your client dearly. So the key to being a successful financial advisor is delegation and building a team that you could rely on. It's not just about building a team and rushing it. It's about building a team that you could rely on. Delegation doesn't mean giving up control. Don't think you're kissing your business goodbye. You're simply being smart and being efficient with your time and allowing you to have more time in the long run, because you're putting people that specialize in this to do all the hardships and complicated tasks for you. So find people that are good at things that you're not so good at, put them in charge in those areas, and that way you can focus on things you're good at, and basically everyone will benefit. And again, keep in mind, this is not a race. Building a system like this, like any business, takes time and effort, but it will be worth it in the long run for your business and your health. Because not only will your life be easier, but also that your client's peace of mind comes along knowing they're in good hands and that they're with a professional who puts their business and their client's money first. The last thing I want to touch on, which is pretty straightforward, you need to optimize your health and lifestyle first. So as you know, you're under a lot of pressure to perform. There's a lot of advisors out there. A lot of clients don't know who they want to go with. You have to be able to think clearly, fast, and execute quickly to make sound decisions in order to close sales and keep clients happy. But if you're not taking care of your health, it's only a matter of time before the train stops moving and you burn out. A healthy diet, as you know, will provide nutrients to your body and function best, and exercise will keep circulation moving so you look better, feel better, and reduce your stress levels. It sounds simple, but many advisors still don't do it. So as you know, your job is to give your clients the best decisions with their money, but in order to do that, you have to be at the top of your A game. You can't be managing millions in AUM if your health is horrible and you're lazy and you don't go to the gym and you're growing a beer belly. And again, the only way to be on top of your A game is to optimize your health and life. And that's how you'll be able to perform better with your clients. So once again, to handle a demanding schedule requires a good fulfillment system. So if you're not healthy and awake at all times, you will struggle to handle such a schedule. It's always a race to build a successful advisory business, but before you can even handle such fulfillment, you have to make sure the fulfillment of your body and what the body needs is met first. Because when you have time to eat in the day, make sure you eat right, not bad. So real food, organic food, avoid processed food, avoid fluoride, avoid all the bad food and things that aren't real. It'll help you keep you awake and good in the long run. And that's it. I hope this video was useful in regards to not burning out. I'll see you in the next video.